more than any other band, and particularly here on the weekend when 20 meters is overrun with contesters. And if I'm not into that, never was, I like to QSO. I did work one DX station this morning because he was hollering, but nobody responded to him. So I did work him, but, most of my operation is local to the States or perhaps up there to Canada and sometimes Mexico. I used to chase DX quite a bit decades ago, but I guess I kind of got over it. Maybe I got lazy, I don't know, but now I just enjoy having a QSO. What are you running for gear there, Alan? Victor Alpha 3, Alpha Queen Bravo, Alpha Echo 8 Oscar, back to you. Okay. Maybe it looks somewhat like the MA5, I believe it is. Maybe it's not the MA5, but I recall seeing an antenna that part of it looked like a Yagi, and then it looked like it had a somewhat of a quad on the back of it, although it wasn't 90 degrees at each corner of the quad. It was kind of squished down from the top, I guess you might say. It was longer horizontal than vertical, in other words, over. Roger, yeah. Well, my hex is just a 3-foot tripod on the peak of my roof, so it's not very high, but fortunately they seem to work quite well without being all that high in the air. And I've been very pleased with it. Of course, here you gotta struggle with city ordinances, and boy, I had to jump through a bunch of hoops just to get that antenna up, but it worked out quite well considering the restrictions we have here, and I've been pretty pleased with it. I'm not going to get out there and bang with the big boys, of course, but overall it worked pretty doggone good, and I felt that I got my money's worth from the antenna. It delivered more than I expected that it would. Victor Alpha 3, Alpha Queen Bravo, HG8O. Roger, yeah. Have you done any comparisons of work in Europe between the various antennas, over? Oh, Roger. Well, that's pretty good. That's 6 dB, so no question it's an improvement. The only other antenna I've got here is a Carolina Wyndham, which covers 6 through 75 meters. It's low as well. It's only 33 feet at the apex. But compared to the X beam there, it's on the high band. No, not really. So mostly gets used on 40 or 75. So once in a while it comes in handy if you happen to get a three-way, and one guy is exceptionally strong and the other guy not so much. Can't obviously point my beam 2 ways at once, but sometimes switching over to the Wyndham, I can chop some off the strong signal and occasionally bring up the weaker one, so it can possibly come in handy that way. But most of the time it sits there and doesn't do anything. I can pretty much hear on the X beam better than on the Carolina window as well. So then we get high wind here. Yeah, we get some pretty high straight line wind balance in this location. It's not every day, not necessarily every week, but it's not uncommon to get 60 mile an hour plus wind. And with the X beam, they tend to blow right through the beam. And it's seen many times here in the last few years very heavy winds. And so far it's not had any effect on it whatsoever. Knock on wood. WA3, Alpha Queen Bravo, HG8O.